Teresa may not know, and
Come
When
on.
is Debbie supposed? Yeah, because that's what I thought, people have to drive home, And Ellen did ask yesterday, I know she did.
Yeah.
But,
I need to remind someone to have to call.
for instance, who is, I mean, just whoever is here, get them in there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're supposed to be here anyway, watch lessons. How come, what happens to
Well, they
them?
are, but we relax it a bit on Sunday because they
No, we don't. They're supposed to be here watching.
We're watching.
Yeah. They're supposed to be
You
watching.
may need to avert your eyes.
That's why the clinic is given by CDS, so that they're watching the lessons.
CDS plays for the
Learning from the rides.
CDS pays for
I had a,
the
yeah.
chapters pay for the riders to come.
Yeah.
So
My amateur clinic in, where was the first one?
down south.
Yeah, down south.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people there. They were all watching. Everyone was there every day. I mean, they were really there.
They have a new clinic.
What happened here? What happened to Central California? Just like when I lived here, clicky, they don't come. Then they shouldn't deserve any more the amateur clinic.
Well,
The
but
ones which aren't here. I mean.
that's right.
I'm not talking about the ones which I mentioned earlier. I'm talking about the ones which should be sitting here.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's part of the rules. They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yes, very clear. It said it very clear on the page. There's no secret here. There was not a mystery. Everyone knows how to read.
I do need to remind, I'm going to need someone to volunteer with the auditors to pick up.
Say that again, Sheila.
I need one of the auditors to
Everybody
volunteer.
freaked out.
to pick up-
Oh, well, you have to ask them.
Yes, you guys.
See, that's what happened. Everybody freaked out when you moved it up 45 minutes. Like, oh, we gotta go get ready.
But that's different. That's different.
I need someone.
I don't mean that part.
I need someone to pick up food for.
Because he's dropping little goodies everywhere but which. Not yet, yeah. Not yet. No. But he does it very often. Yeah. It's interesting. Some horses never do. Most of my horses walk into the ring, they do it and they're done. But some horses just could do it over and over. But there's not much you can do about it. And really, it's healthier to have it than not to have it. So I don't mind. Okay, Sheila. Now, the one thing I want you to do is just think about, we have to have impulsion, but that does not mean speed, right? What you want to do is you want to make sure that he works as an adult. Don't ride him like a second level horse, even if you showed him second level, because he's a St. George horse. You understand?
Yes.
So you have to ride him as an adult and think of him more like an FEI little horse, rather than riding him like a little national level horse. Even if you show national level, he is trained and taught to do FEI. And if you constantly put yourself lower toward, let me rephrase it, don't take him back to your level,
Yes.
raise yourself to his level. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You have to make sure you grow into what you bought, not going the other way around. Yeah? Okay. And in your mind, you have to have a little bit like the thought that you say, okay, do I walk with enough energy? What do I want from my horse? What do you want to do? You're doing fine there. Now you're doing a leg heel, nice and over, keeping them balanced, nice and supple. You have plenty enough experience to feel these movements. You have done it over and over. So you should have no problems doing these things, okay?
I have one question
Go
about
ahead.
movement. Because I was looking at the third level 1 test, and I had Tanya explain to me what an extended walk is, but I still
Okay, how? Very simple. An extended walk is a free walk on the long rein with a little contact. Think of it that way. The horse is stretching a little bit down and out and forward, but it must have a connection. A free walk on a long rein really is like an extended walk, except what you do is you put a little more energy into it. With a free walk is mainly relaxation, but even a free walk is the utmost. An extended walk is the utmost. But it has to have a little bit more energy in it. But it's the same type of walk. But you have them stretching out, stretching forward, but a free walk, you can be even longer and lower. But an extended walk, you have them long and roundish out in front of you, but you don't have them way down.
So maybe
But we don't need to work on it very much, believe me. Have a walk on a long rein and you have an extended walk. It's not a big deal. Don't make a big fuss out of it. Okay, go straight ahead. Yeah, and that has to be nicely done. That means he has to move. Yeah. And while you're at it, the little poopy lady is over here in front of me. He pooped again. Those little tiny goodies, Easter eggs.
Little Easter eggs.
He's putting them everywhere. He likes to be a little bunny. He put little Easter eggs everywhere.
Yes, he did.
Okay, now nice and forward touching, but get him a tiny bit more into your connection, Sheila. Right in the beginning, he does not need to go very low, but the same token, he doesn't yet need to be, of course, as collected, yeah? But make him work. Come. And make a big circle at B and E. And get a little quicker. Yeah, a little bit more even than that. He has to feel that you mean it. You have to put your hands forward because you're pulling them into your lap rather than riding your horse's haunches to the front you're holding. You're trying to hold the front back to your horse. You're taking the reins back to you rather than riding the horse to the reins. Go, kick him a little. You see, when you do that, he just kind of hovers. Give him 2 kicks so he knows you mean it. 2 kicks. That's it. Now do it again. 2 kicks. Until he learns that he has to go. That is it. Okay, now keep that trot, okay? And go straight ahead. And don't let that happen. Don't let it change. Yeah. But you have to trot back down. That's it. So you have to make sure you're trotting quick too, yeah? Good. Change rein. No. Not a medium trot. Keep your contact. You see, what you did there is you're just floating away and you're showing off his medium trot, but really, he was not round anymore. You're just letting him go bigger. Keep your connection and now make him trot with the contact. You're throwing him always away or you're holding him in your lap. Find the medium of that. And now get the circle again at E. Now make him a little rounder and shorten them a tiny bit. But not rounding your wrist and just hanging on. Push him with your leg forward to that rein. Push him again. I'm riding more than you do. My hands are going to get sore in a minute. Yeah, come on. Cut him once. Don't be shy. And now canter left leg. and forward cantering. And forward cantering. I don't see a change. I still don't see a change. Now I see a change. Go straight ahead, but keep your horse's reins and frame and canter with the same energy. Yeah. What you have to make sure is that you keep the energy even though the frame is the same. Good. Energy. And energy. Yes, Sheila. Energy. Yeah, energy. Good girl. Come on, come on, come on. The hunches. Energy. Very good. Energy. Do it without me having to say it. Because I like to use my voice for other things. Now go straight ahead. Because if I have to repeat myself constantly, I cannot teach you anything else. Because I can only say one thing at a time. That's it. Good now, okay. Now, with that canter, bring him a tiny bit up, just a little. So make sure your reins are shorter than that. And sit up yourself, and still keep the same energy. Yeah, that is it. With the same energy, you keep them up. That's it. Very good now. Keep the same energy. Ah, you caught it, Sheila. That's it. Find that. Very good. Very well done. Now go straight. Keep the same energy, okay? And right your corners now, because you have to go straight ahead, please. And come up the quarter line, and then you yield them a little bit to the right, but don't have a change, so be focusing on your straightness. Your left leg in front and him being uphill, and then a little sideways. Very well done, Sheila. Good job. And remember, collection is more energy, not less. But in a collected package, not climbing, energy. Stay straight, energy. Good. On the bit, energy. And then change rein from H to B. You keep your counter canter, please. And then between B and F, you do one flying change to the right. Keep the collection. Energy, sit down. Nice and straight, sit. And you change. Good girl. On the bit. Shorten your reins a little bit and carry your hands and sit down more. Your seat goes with the horse, but you're not sitting. Why are you making a circle every time?
Well,
You're wasting your time. Go straight ahead. Go through the corner. Well, what? On the bit.
so that's why.
Right on the bit. Make them round. Right a little more into your corners. Yes. Into your corners. That's collection. Perfect. Into your corners. That's collection. Very nicely done. Every time you go on a big circle, you're letting the horse fall apart. Energy. Good job. Through the corner. Sitting. Energy. Tap, tap. Good girl. Straight ahead. Energy. And then you change rein from letter M to letter E. Between E and K, you do a flying change from the right to the left. That's it. On the bit. Uphill. Uphill. Sitting. Energy. Sitting. Energy. Sitting. Sit down yourself. There you go. Beautiful. Did you feel that? And now you make a circle. And now a trot transition, but with energy, with energy, with energy, with energy, with energy. Now you're adding more trot collection. With energy and sit down. Sitting, that means sitting down. Energy, you're slowing down. Hands up and energy. That's it. And prepare to walk. Well done. Now you rode your pony. You understand? Don't allow yourself to be conned into this hovering trot. It has nothing to do with collection.
Okay.
Now you may rest a moment. But did you feel it, Sheila?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just as I mentioned, you don't want to give away his training, yeah? You want to grow to the level of his training, not having him step back to your level. You want to raise your own expectation to his level, okay? Now, change rein. Extended walk, HXF. Long rein and move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not faster, but round, a tiny bit down, a little longer the neck, down a little bit more, and follow the most you can. That is more like an extended walk. A little bit deeper the frame, just a fraction, but walk as big as you can in the shoulders. A little more. He hasn't changed his frame. His frame is still way up there. Make him stretch down. And out. And walk. There you go. The neck has to go a little deeper. That's it. Come on, walk. And now stay straight ahead. Walking. Following. Elbows on. Follow forward. Long shoulders. Neck down. A little roundisher down. There, and now walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want a big overstep, but also a lot of reach of the shoulders. Now medium walk. Walking. On the bit. Look at it. There you go. Walking. Now change rein again. M to E. Extended walk. And the moment you come out of that corner, let him have the long rein and neck down and forward and walking. Go to E. And I'll go back and do that again. Because if you do that jogging, then it's not going to happen. Come on, and now you're slowing down. Just because he was jogging doesn't mean he was in front of your leg. Matter of fact, that meant he was behind your leg. Give him a little kick in the ass. And then you say, okay, now right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, and let your seat swing. And now when you come out of the corner, just give him his neck. Look to E. So you see it a little on your camera. Walk to E. Long rein. That's enough. Long and long. Long and long. Long walk. Long shoulders. Long hind legs. Perfect. And now shorten your reins again. You understand?
Yes.
That was a good enough walk, yeah? You have to just make sure you have honest energy.
Yeah.
Because the walk doesn't have something that the other gaits have. And what is that?
Suspension. No.
Yeah, no. But and what does that mean? The walk does not have impulsion, because any gaits which have impulsion has suspension.
Yeah.
So the walk has no suspension, which means it has no impulsion, but really it does have activity and energy. Yeah? We just don't say impulsion due to the fact it doesn't have suspension. So now make it energetic again. You're slowing a little down and then shorten your reins. That's it. Now I want you really to carry your hands in front of that saddle, with him looking up and into the bed. Come on. You can go to the bathroom while he's working. Working. And put your hands a little more vertical. Yeah. Keep that contact. Keep that contact. Move that horse. Yes. And now prepare to trot. And go. Very nice. A half an inch shorter rein, but don't change anything else. With the shorter frame, you gain more energy. Go, energy. That's it, energy. More energy, Sheila. Hands up in front of you, energy. Now keep that connection. So that he doesn't just float away. I want him to be active in your collected trot. And then shoulder in from H. Energy. Come on, don't give up. That's it. I want that same trot we had on the circle. I guess I don't get my shoulder in. Go straight ahead. I said shoulder in on the long side. So starting from F. That's okay. Just starting from F. Energy. Come on, energy. There. Now shoulder in. Don't pull your hands apart and your hands down. Kick him into the bit. Now you hold your contact. Kick him again into your bit. That is what you do, because you are taking the bit back, but you're letting him be long. Good job. Do that one more time. You want to go into the bit, Sheila. Into the bit. That's it. Into the bit. Take those hunches with you. Not just floating away in your arms. Hold on to them and put him into it. A little more straighter angle. Good, angle straight. We do that once more. He's floating. Come. Now you're going. Move. And shoulder in. There you go. Now you're trotting. Pull up, hunches on the wheel. Good job. Now come up the center line and half pass to letter Peter. Same trot, Sheila. Turn, bend, go to P. That's it. Same trot, uphill and bending. Good girl. Okay. Now when you're there, ride that horse's hunches. Into the contact. The reins stay. The elbows stay. Let them float. Kick him a little bit. There you go. Now shoulder in. I get more excited than you do. Heel down. Go. Yeah. Shoulder in. That's it. Go straight. You're going to see that there's a little bit more right flexion. And we do that again. So he's not looking left, but he's looking a little in from the outside rein. Trot, trot, trot. That's still a little lazy. And invert and shoulder in. Good job. Invert and shoulder in. Hunches on the rail. Invert and shoulder in. Go straight. I like to say on the rail. You came off the fence about 1.5 feet. And you're lazy again. You're just sitting there. Push him a little. There, and push him with your seat too. Go. And shoulder in again. But keep on the rail with your right leg. Not just hanging on to it. Tip him with it. That's it. Tip him with it. Good job. Tip him with it. That leg is necessary. Center now. That was much better. And half pass to Victor. And make sure that right leg is working. Right leg bending. Right leg bending. Go to B. Right leg bending. Good girl. Right leg bending. Right leg bending. Okay. Trot forward, straight ahead. Big circle now again here. A. On the bit. I want those reins to go. Whoa, I have a horse on my hand. Sit down.
Oh, sorry.
Keep your hands together. Hold them there. Attach yourself. But put the heel down. Beautiful. Touch him again. And the hands together. And the hands hold that horse. And go there. He's already stopping. Kick him there. going along the wall. And walk on. Come on, you're fine. Why are you stopping? That wasn't your job. You can do whatever you want. You walk forward and let another moment along the way. But do you understand? Whee! Ooh. Go on, chill out. That's not your job. Go walk. Walk, walk, walk. There you go. Walk, chill out. Go straight ahead. That's not your job. That horse is not your responsibility out there. You go straight and you walk your horse. Those people will take care of their horse. You are in here. That's it. Your poor thing. That's it. Walk forward. Make him go. You have to get a little bit out of that little problem. Think, oh my God, there's something going on. Your horse is perfect. Okay, now, do you feel the half passes?
Sorry,
Did you feel your half passes?
did I hear my half passes?
Did you feel your half passes?
Yes.
Which one was better?
I had more left bend, but
Yes, you did. You had a little bit more left bend and also a fraction more uphillness. So what you want to make sure is when you go to the right, that he has to stay a little bit more in the bending position, even though he doesn't go to the rail sooner. But you want to feel a little bit more you bend and a little bit more you uphill. So you want to not let him go too low and too slow, or a little too straight. Yeah? You want to touch more that right bend, just like in your shoulder, and you have to get a little better right bend. You want to feel that you get a little bit more your half pass to the right, yeah? So we do that one more time, just to the right. So we go to the other side, again, direction. So think about, remember what we talked about, like half passes have shoulder in and hunches in components, yeah? So you want to think about that you get an uphill shoulder in, and then when you want to start your half pass, you also have a little bit to traverse. So you make sure that you bend them a little to the right. You think about the bend, that's a good outline. Trot, trot, trot. Now bend them a little more. You want to see it. And now ride them uphill in the shoulders. You want to see it. Much better. You want to see it. Very well done. And straight ahead. And walk. That was a very nice half pass. Do you understand? You want to feel like that there is a little bit more that right bending to the right. He's easy bending left. You want a fraction bit more to the right side. So now walk straight ahead. By B, turn left, go straight to E. And before E, you do a turn on the haunches left, or you have to do a walk pirouette. But just think of you turn on the haunches. So have a nice left flexion and left bend. Who's making all this noise over there? Bendable. Now take the haunches with you, just like in your half pass. Yeah, and straight ahead. Now do it to the right. Not bad at all. Bendable to the right, and keep the haunches with you. Okay, we do that just one more time. Get a little more uphill, a little bit more sitting hind leg. Sit, keep them up in front, and step forward behind. Sit, get them up in front, sit behind. Much better, and go out. Good job. Now turn right. Nice and uphill. Yes. Uphill. The pole is the highest point, and it's not going to do it without you. And it has nothing to do with just the reins. It has to do with the hunches, okay? Make the hunches come and tap more with you, and a little bit less on the curb. That's it. And now again, use the leg. Say, come upward under my seat. You want the neck to grow in front of you. You don't want it to go lower and longer. You want it to grow. You want the pole to be a little up. You want the leg to say come up. And now canter right lead. Good, yeah. And now walk again. His canter depart was very honest, but what was it?
Climbing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now do that again. And really what you have to make sure is you have to stay sitting. He canters, you don't throw your body around, don't allow him to take it. And now sit down and canter. Think small canter right from the beginning. And then you make it big. Walk, do that again. You want to have to sit down and keep your left rein a little bit more straight. Yeah. And now we do that again. You want a much nicer contact for a depart. He will throw himself into it if the connection is not good. Come, use your legs. Use your legs. And now keep them a little round on your left. Don't put your legs so far behind. Your leg was way on the saddle pad. Give him a smack a little on the inside. Say, back up. You didn't do it. Thank you. And now canter. Hold them straighter down a little on your left rein. And now you canter. That was a little better. Round. And keep your canter working. Canter working. To the right is laboring around. Good. Now go straight. Stay a little more supple. Make him round. Make him supple. And we do that little veering sideways from the right leg, what we did on the left. So you come up the quarter line, and in that yielding, make him stay down behind you, not down in front of you. Down behind you, sitting. Down behind you, that's it. Down behind you. You have to sit more, down behind you. Do it again. Come on, sit yourself more. Work a little harder, Sheila. You're not working. You're sitting.
Oh, I'm working.
No, you're not. If you would be working, he would be working. He is barely working. His canter is lumbering. So you get that canter a little more bouncy in your collection. Bounce, bounce. Better. Bounce, bounce. And do it again. Bounce, bounce. But sitting. Then walk. Just walk. No. Why are you girls changing? Stay straight ahead. Make a walk transition. Pick up the right lead. That is your correction. Not running away out of that flying change, throwing him back to the right to go where? Canter right now. So he understands that that was not what you wanted. A little more discipline even in your corrections. And now canter again. Walk. And right the corner. You see, you're all over the map. Stay straight. Stay straight. Okay, do you want to have a lesson or you don't? Well, how about that? That was the best part you had. Now go straight ahead and it really came off your leg. Now, nice and straight. If he changes, put your right leg forward. Put your right leg forward. Perfect. Put your right leg forward. Very nice, Sheila. Keep your right leg forward. Good. Now, stay straight. At letter R, ride a 10-meter circle. And again, you have to ride it more uphill. And now when you're on the wall, do a little traverse, a little hunches in the canter. But sit down. A little hunches in. A little hunches in. A little hunches in. And walk. And halt. When you canter along and he doesn't do it, looking like this is not going to make it happen. Because if you do that, you fall off to the left more. You know, because if you look behind you, you knew full well they weren't there, right?
Well, I thought we were moving, and then I realized we were not.
No. But you see, the reason you looked behind, because they weren't moving, really.
No, I was hopeful.
That didn't work. So in that
Might have
moment,
been a prayer component.
yeah, that was a prayer component. So think about if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen pushing more. It's literally feeling like you say, stay here, bend a little in front of me, and now put those hunches in again. A little bit you half halting, and then put the hunches in. A little half halting, put your hunches in. Because what he was doing, he was just doing this. So you, in that moment, looking behind you, and not make it worse. So in the moment it didn't happen, so now go straight ahead and we just do hunches in the walk, okay? It's just to get him to understand what traverse is.
That's not our best thing for sure.
Well, guess what? You better learn how to, because that is very important for everything. Traverse is one of the most suppling lateral movements. So do hunches in. Don't you dare look behind you. Not to the left either. You look over your horse and now do hunches in because there aren't any. Would you please use your leg and sit on the inside? Now make a circle to the right. You cannot put your rein in one hand and use the whip. The whip is not there to make the lateral work. The whip is only to make him go forward. So when you come back to the rear now, that last two steps, look in the mirror. You have a lot of mirror. Now put your hunches to the right and keep the shoulder more parallel. And now bend him that way. Give him a kick on the rib cage on the left. Yeah, now half halt the that. So you say, don't run away. I want your hunches to go in. Much better, okay. And now straight, well done. But you see, you have to get that done, yeah? Center line this time, and do it on the center line. It is sometimes easier to do it. So make him look at me, and now put your hunches to the other direction there. There you go. Now, in that hunches in, get the front up. He's looking down like a crocodile also. Get the head in front of you up. The shoulders have to come up and half halt a little. So every stride you half halt go in, half halt go in, half halt go in, half halt go in, half halt go in. Yeah, that's it. And say half halt go in, half halt go in. That is it. Okay. And go straight. He's not going to do it on an arm, you know. That's not going to happen. The left, yes. That's called wishful thinking.
Yes.
Okay, now do it to the left. Same idea. Because that's a very important movement to do. Hunches in. Half halt and sit left a little yourself. Half halt. You have to have a left bend. And your hunches come in. Put your left shoulder a little down and your hunches come in. Quicker and your hunches come in. Yeah. And half halt again. Hunches in. And keep moving. Hunches in. Good job. Keep going. Hunches in. Hey, half halt. Hunches in. Good job. And go straight. And we do the center line again, okay? You see, you have to be able to do that in the walk. You have to be able to do that in the trot. And you have to be able to do that in the canter, Sheila. Center line. Hunches in. Shoulders walk to me. Hunches walk to the left. You only displace them. Displace your hunches, but walk with both ends forward. Uphill, both ends. Uphill, both ends. Yeah, half halt, hunches left. So that left hind leg steps to the left. There you go. Okay. Come on, come. Bending. And the hunches left. And the hunches left. There you go. And go forward, not slowing down. And go to the right. That has to be practiced.
A lot.
A lot. Okay, now a little bit shorter rein. Now do the hunches in again to the right. Move them to the right, while the shoulder and the neck looks a little straight down the wall. The shoulders are close to parallel along the fence. The hunches are bending around your right leg. They're not doing anything. Get the hunches more in. Now you finally shifted the hunches. And sit a little to the right, half halt. Get that left hind leg away from that fence. There you go. and go straight. Good job. And now pick up your reins again. But you see that you have to make your homework, yeah? And now trot. And we do a little bit that in the trot before we do it in the canter. And now trot, trot, trot. Straight ahead, one long side. Gain a little bit your impulsion again. You have to make that pony work a little bit. Come on. He is just moving huge and walk. Huge moving is not active. Floating along the rail makes him maybe, oh, people go, oh, wow, look at that horse. No, that's not it. You want those hind legs to work a little in that activity. Okay, now do it again. Trot. I want to see lots of transitions. Go. Go straight ahead. That's floating. Trot faster. And then you walk. But you don't walk before you trot. And go. And now walk. Bring him back as fast as I want him to go forward. And trot. The down transition has to be just as sharp as the up transition. And walk. Not pulling them down, just ride them up. And trot. Now, don't walk so long. Trot, 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 all the way to B. Trot. Now you walk. And then up walking. And trot. All the way to F. Go. That's it, go. And now you walk. Perfect. And then you turn. You see, you have to have a much better mouth in your hands because you use reins on it. And then trot again. You have to have a more up and out in front of you. You don't need to use reins to hang on to. And trot. Hands in front of you. And walk. Good. I want those reins going forward over the neck, over the main comb, while you're riding down on the saddle and you slake it and trot. Bend the ball, forward your hands. Perfect. Go to the corner, go. And forward you trot and walk at B. Yeah. And up thinking, hands to the front and trot. He does not go down when you do that. You have to use your leg to make him stay up. Otherwise, if you put your hands forward, of course he falls down. And much less on the curve. And again, leg on. Yeah, good girl. And walk. Tell him to be good in the mouth, and then you trot off. And trot. Good job. Center line, and now you do a little traverse ride on the center line. Make him do it. That's a better frame now. And hunches in. Bend the ball. Inner leg on. Uphill. And walk. Hunches in. Walk. And hunches in. And hunches in. And now walk. You can do a walk transition in the movement. And then trot on, turn right. You never finished anything. What was it? I have no idea. Trot, trot. Go forward, tap, tap. Walk by E. Now hunches in. Get him in there. Get his reaction. He's a lazy bum. And bend a little to the right. Now the leg yielding, right? And go straight. And trot. Go forward. Trot, 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 trot. Good job. Trot, 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 trot. Hold up. Make a 10-meter circle at B. Trot, trot, trot. Yeah. Trot, trot, trot. Do another one. That was 12 meters. Trot, trot, trot. Good. Go, go. Trot, trot, trot. Yeah. Now do a little hunches in from that bending circle. And walk. Hunches in. Haunches in. Can you walk any slower? Okay, keep walking. Take you in. Put your leg on, a little behind you. That feeling you want to keep. A little bit that position and that angle. But he has to look that way, not down, that way. There you go. You have a little flexion, a little bit of bend, you're in, and you want to feel a little bit that hollow spot right there. That has to be a little bit like you could put your fist in a little hollow space. And the hind leg has to be staying in that angle, yeah? So now when you feel you want him to come a little bit above it, there is how he looks. Just like that. Like here's the wall, the shoulder is here, that neck stays, keep him stay here, and you say, here you are. That is where he stays. So when you put your leg on, you want him to respond, okay? So now go to the corner, and then do that again. So that he comes a little bit more off your leg in a little nicer fashion. So stay there. Now, make him come in. Look at that little hollow space by your fist. There you go. Every time you lose that hollow space, Sheila, use a little bit your inner leg upward, and your outside leg says, but stay with your hunches. Much better. You feel that? Okay. That is how you want to feel a little bit, okay? He has to come off your leg with a little more honesty. Does that make sense? And now go straight again. Now go ahead and tuck on again. You have to really train that a little bit because I think that's a little bit of a missing piece, yeah? And now walk again by the corner. And again, get him a little bit off that front. Have that little hollow space. And now put the hunches in. But get him up on that inner shoulder there. And then you say, get your nose off the ground, please. And then get the hunches in again. Bend him much more behind you and in front of you, really. Yeah, come on. And stay seated a little bit more to the inside again. He is not changing himself. Come. There you go. Keep walking. Yeah, keep walking. Keep walking. Halt. So he gets a little bit the feeling of it. Here, that is where he stays. Now again, use that leg a little bit on the left. Say, left. And say, come in. No, don't push so much there now. Just hold that one. Now you have to feel like he stays here. Here. And then this leg just keeps him on that track, yeah? But you have to make sure he doesn't use this too much, yeah? Here, that is where he looks. Now make a circle again and just do that again. He has to do that a little bit more. He's really too lazy and a little bit too slow off your leg. You understand? His reaction has to become a little bit more honest. And I don't want him shorter in front. I want him up in front and open in front. Now do it again. Keep that flexion. Now put that leg, yeah. Put the hunches more in. Come, stop a little moment. Put the hunches in again. Whoa. Put that there. Now bend them to the right. And now walk out. You see, you have to make both ends. Yeah, yes, it is. It's not an easy movement. Absolutely, I agree with you. Now, so stay straight again with your inner leg, but don't put your inner leg farther forward than that. You have to keep it on the barrel. Now put the hunches in again. Nudge him with your left leg. Don't get so lazy. If he doesn't react, you have to make a little half halt. And then bend a little to the right again, otherwise you're losing it. But the hunches do not go to the rear because you flex a little to the inside. That's it. Go on. Make it a little quicker, but you're doing fine otherwise. That's it. Okay, now straight ahead again. And now touch on. And then change lane. We do it once more to the other side. But I think this is just a little bit your homework, Sheila, okay? You must practice that a little bit. Now on the diagonal, do a medium trot. Show off your pony. You must stay with it. There you go. And shorten. Bring him a little back. And then we do it again on the other side. So trot, trot, trot. Good. Ah, that's a better trot now.
I'm like,
Yeah. Trot, 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 and go. That's enough. Like that. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's not there yet. And bring them back. Good job. And now right uphill. Go. Trot, trot, trot. Good girl. And do it one more time. Bring the ears up. Look up. Now keep the hunches. Don't run away. No, go back. You see, you have to ride that. You don't just rely on him to do it. You have to do it. Up the ears. Go with the hunches under you. Tappy, tappy, tap. Now stay seated. Change rein. Look where you're going. Don't let the front run away without your hunches. That's enough. Keep the hunches working. Keep the hunches working. Keep the hunches working. Yeah. And rising, trot, and stretch down. Do you understand? You have to not let the front only run away. You have to have the hunches and the front go at the same time.
right.
And then go ahead and walk. But you see, you have to be a little bit becoming now the rider a little bit more. He really is learning how to be lazy. And if you let him do that, and if you let him be a little bit leany, and if you let him be a little bit luggy, you know, his engagement is going to go away. You have to get those hind legs working, and you have to make sure he stays a little bit more up in front of you. Otherwise, he just uses you a little bit lean, and in the moment he leans a little bit in the contact, he also will be backwards with the hunches.
Yeah,
And you know, and otherwise he gets too slow and hovering, yeah? You want him to know when you put your leg on sweet pie, he has to react. Don't be afraid of his reaction, because otherwise, if you sit there, oh my God, I want to be careful, well, he's not going to stop, he's going to stop moving. I mean, this is really good impulsion, right? But you have to have that reaction in your collection, and you don't have it there. You want to make sure you get the same feeling of willingness to go in the collection that you have in your medium trust.
yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you have to work a little bit on your traverse.
Yeah, okay, I'll work also.
I mean, in the walk, in the trot, a little in the canter, he must get off that leg right away. If you walk and you put your leg on, he should say yes. He shouldn't go, huh?
I didn't think he's going high, he's like,
It doesn't matter, he's a true horse. But you have to make sure he gets it going, yeah? He has to respond. You don't want a horse to just kind of go, oh, well. You know, if you let it happen all the time, it will become a habit.
Yeah, I think I've got him pretty solidly behind the leg, but I so appreciate your patience taking with me today. I know I get scared and I stop.
Yeah, I can see it, but you know, he didn't do a damn thing, but you were. It's more in you, yeah? I mean, you were so worried about what's going outside of the arena. Why? You know, if you are
I didn't want to be in her shoes, that's why.
No, that's the point. But you were not in her shoes.
I know, he wasn't doing anything. He's
He
very
wasn't
good.
doing anything.
No, he's very good.
That was not your job out there. This was your job here, yeah? You cannot pay attention to what goes out there. Pay attention to what you have.
Right.
You know, because otherwise, if you look and say, oh my God, I'm scared,
Right.
that he will take over eventually.
Well, and I think it scares him too.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, he will all of a sudden say, oh my God, there must be something bad.
Right.
You know, don't do that. You're a much too good rider for that.
Doesn't feel like it was a moment for him.
Yeah, but sweetie pie, I mean, look, you're riding.
Yeah. I hung in there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, trust yourself a little bit. And, you know, and develop a little more, how do you say, a little more confidence in yourself. You know, get out of that little habit of saying, oh my gee gosh. You know, I mean, you don't need it. You have a solid horse. He knows what he's doing. Grow and enjoy him. You know, and make it happen. Because you have enough to offer here. He has enough to offer.
For sure.
Go for it. But you have to, the canter, for instance, has to be a little bit more under one lead, more so than the other. And the right lead canter, he's lazy. You know, he's slow
Like the left
behind.
hind, right? To the right, it's the left hind is slow. Or the
The
both.
canter is barely moving behind you. He's not articulating enough. You know, he has to bounce a little bit. He has to bend a little bit more, yeah? It's all related to bendability and trueness. Make sure he doesn't get heavier in your reins.
Yeah,
If
they're
they
quite
get
heavy.
slow, they get too heavy. You know, they're leaning. And then you're riding a little bit there and you can go, you know. Come on, sit in that horse and make it happen. You have to think of him a little bit being hotter. Imagine him being hotter. If you're thinking of him being slow, he will be slow. Think of him being hotter and ride him a little more like a hot horse. And then he will have very nice success. Okay? Good job.
Thanks, Lilo. I appreciate
You are most welcome. But you know, it's work in progress. It's okay, you know? But you have to not get into that picture of saying, well, I'm not good enough. Or, you know, well, I don't know yet enough. Don't do that, because that puts you down too much. You don't want that.
Yeah, I think when something happens, I had a big clear moment last night where I realized that, you know, I'll be riding and nothing's happening. And so I just assume I'm doing it wrong, and I stop and I change the topic. So
That's what you do. That's why I said
Yeah, so
today also, you know, what you're doing is you're having something happening or it didn't occur.
Right.
And
So
as you
I
very
must not-
well said, you're changing the topics.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I'm like, I must not know how to get a hunches in. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you see, but if you're changing topics, you will never get it. You understand?
Yes.
You have to ask a little bit. You have to practice a little. You have to train a touch. You know, I mean, come on.
Well, you've got me believing I'm not gonna break him. So
No,
I'm just
you're
gonna
not
ride
going to break
forward.
it, believe me.
you
He's
so
not much breakable.
Thank you so much.
Not at all.
And thank you. Was that Julia who's picking up all the food? Thank you. Thank you. Good boy.
Yeah, this is our girl, but you have to do it.
Tired?
No, he isn't.
Oh, did you hear that?
Not even close.
So you're lunch break.
Huh? Yes, it's a perfect. Well, as long as we have the next rider coming along. I mean, then make sure that we have the next one coming too, yeah? 12:15. Who's next? This one? The one which was running in the air? Go and ride in an arena for 15 minutes, please. Without me. But do we have the next one? Or we just do this one and then we do lunch? I don't mind. Yeah. We can start with you now, and then we'll do lunch after you. It's fine with me too. No problem. Yes. Yes, we do a lunch break after that. So we're starting with this one now, and then we just kind of have lunch break after that. Okay? And not a very long one, 20 minutes or something. But just make sure that everyone goes with it, otherwise I'll sit around in the middle of it, so then... And what was its problem?
She does not like being separated from Sissy. That's
Huh?
the only, she does not like being separated from her gray.
Oh, that's right, that's the one. Now I remember. But you know what? Keep them on the bit like that. That's perfect.
And it's the only horse that she's ever.
God, you know, I tell you though, you're gonna have to work a little bit on that because that's very,
It's annoying.
yeah,
I'm
it is
not
very annoying. It's annoying for the riders, really, you know? And it is very hard in that moment, of course, Laura, to really, truly, you know, be in charge of your movements, you know? Because they're so unfocused, but just stay with that a moment. Just keep that, and now go ahead and trot on. I don't even want to walk a lot.
Okay, yeah.
So now keep that trot and don't go any faster than that, but make her trot and make her stay on the bed, okay? Just really just keep her organized. And if she talks, I don't care. You just